It's a pleasure to always have you with us. In this edition of Decryptage, we are glad to welcome Rebecca Nalumu, Director of Business Development and Investor Support at the Uganda SEZs. Welcome to Africa 24. According to the Uganda Investment Authority, the country's industrial sector has grown at an annual average of 6.5% in recent years. What role a free zone played in this growth, particularly in attracting foreign direct investment and supporting export-led industrialization?
2014, we have seen a progressive growth in the scheme to now having 41 privately owned free zones. And those free zones have created cumulative investment to the value of about 1.1 billion US dollars. And in terms of exports, in the financial year 23-24 alone, free zones accounted for close to 14% of the national exports in that year. So we have seen the free zone scheme progressively growing, and we have moved to low value related investments into free zone to now seeing more sophisticated investments. So in addition to the investment and export, also I would say employment levels in free zones have grown immensely. Again, in financial year 23-24, we had close to 14,000 workers in free zones.
In the light of the African Union's Agenda 2063, how are the Uganda's free zones structured to contribute to value addition and regional value chain integration?
In line with the 2063 aspirations agenda, we are now moving into promoting investment in like renewable energy as part of the sectors, the wash industry, sanitation, and health sectors within the free zones, so that we ensure that whatever value addition is done within these free zones or special economic zones does not negatively impact. But also as we move along in the promotion of the free zones, we are trying to integrate the environment and social governance policies within the zones, particularly in the public free zones or government-owned free zones that we are constructing. We make sure that the technologies, the energy consumption within the public-owned free zones is managed in a way that, again, we don't negatively impact the environment.
What specific policies or incentives are being implemented by the Uganda Free Zones Authority to ensure these zones are competitive, inclusive, and aligned with the national development priorities?
We have created what we call the SME business linkage programs, where we profile all SMEs that have potential of supplying goods and services in the free zone. So from the point of application to operate in a special economic zones, we ensure that we link you to potential suppliers of goods and services using our database that we've developed for SMEs. In line with that, the incentive framework that we promote, the tax incentives within these special economic zones, is in such a way that you have more tax benefits if you're sourcing your inputs from companies that operate as SMEs. So we have benefits on value-added tax exemptions if you're sourcing your raw materials locally. We have tax incentives on the income tax, again, if you're sourcing locally, and other types of incentives. So we have worked very closely with the customs authorities to ensure that we promote local content.
How is your authority promoting backward and forward linkages between free zones and local suppliers, especially small and medium-sized enterprises across Uganda?
The first step that Uganda is doing is to align the policy, legal and regulatory framework with the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Special Economic Zone regulations. At the national level, we are going to amend the Free Zones Act 2024 to make sure that it embeds the regulations that have been provided within the AFCFTA. Then in addition to that, of course, at the national level, the country has developed the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Implementation Strategy. And special economic zones have been specifically spelled out as tools that will enhance the promotion of intra-Africa trade within the AFCFTA. So we shall create an Africa desk within the Special Economic Zone Authority, but also within the public zones that were created to ensure that ready information is available to those companies that want to export into the Africa region. But also within the Africa desk, what we want to do is some of the tools and instruments that have been introduced at the AFCFTA. We have the Pan-Africa settlement, payment and settlement system. We have the adjustment funds. We have the NTB, or non-tariff barrier mechanism, digital mechanism. We make sure that all these tools, we continuously build capacity for our private sector to fully benefit.
As the regional conference on special economic zones concluded in Djibouti, what key lessons or collaborative opportunities did Uganda take back to strengthen its own free zone strategies?
So what we want to utilize from the AFCFTA is to ensure that we work with the existing tools and mechanisms that have been built, integrate them, especially starting with the public-owned free zone, so that the private sector fully benefits. So sector prioritization will matter for us, and at a country level, we've already prioritized the sectors, but also at the country level, again, we are using our foreign embassies more to promote economic and commercial diplomacy, starting with the Africa market, to ensure that when goods are produced, there's a clear market.
As a Pan-African media outlet committed to spotlighting African-driven solutions, Africa 24 plays a vital role in shaping narratives around the continent's development. From your perspective, how can media platforms like Africa 24 contribute to raising awareness of trade opportunities and promoting the impact on economic transformation across the continent?
Again, under the support of the government of Uganda, there's been a lot of investment in logistics, the road infrastructure, also the process of the rail. I think the construction of the standard gauge rail process has also started at the national level, so that we fully benefit from some of these initiatives, and also the benefits, of course, of the AFCFTA. So that as a country, we fully benefit from that opportunity.
Mrs. Nalumu, thank you for answering Africa 24's English questions. Ladies and gents, get more on Africa24TV.com and on the app My Africa 24.